I'm Jonathan Shaw, founder of Decoding Pain, and welcome to part 5 of my 4-step process to solving chronic pain. So this is the final part in my 5-part series on solving chronic pain, and in this part we're going to talk about the rehabilitation. So far we've talked about understanding the root cause of the problem, and there are 3 root causes. We've talked about clearing the root cause, and we've then talked about addressing the body and doing the correct body work. And now we're going to talk about doing the correct rehabilitation. Now, I see a lot of people come to me from lots of different therapies, and they've often been given lots of different rehabilitation exercises. And unfortunately, what's happened is the exercises they've been given are not actually what the person needs, or they're incorrect for that person's ability. So I had a guy come and see me a few months ago now, and he was suffering lower back pain, and he'd been suffering about 6 months, and he'd been to a chiropractor, and the chiropractor told him that he needed to go on a year's rehabilitation program, a year, to solve his back pain. And now it took me about 3 weeks. I showed him 2 very simple exercises, and his back pain disappeared, and it only took 3 weeks. So a lot of the time we get taught that we need to rehabilitate ourselves in ways that are very, very complicated, and we end up doing a lot more than we actually need to do, or we end up doing the wrong type of exercise. I see so many people come to me, and the exercises they've been given are actually keeping the pain in place. They're actually making the problem worse, but you don't realise it at the time because it kind of feels a bit better. So if you're struggling in pain right now, and the exercise you're doing are just controlling your pain and managing it, that's okay, and that's kind of what most people do, but we don't really want that. We want you out of pain, and we want the pain gone. So the exercise you really need, the type of rehabilitation you do need, is something that's going to get rid of the pain so it doesn't come back again, so that you're not maintaining and controlling it. The pain's actually no longer there. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing exercise. It's a great form of keeping fit and keep staying healthy, and I do recommend all my clients do a certain amount of exercise generally, but I don't want you to be having pain all the time while you're doing it. You shouldn't be experiencing pain. Whatever technique you're using, the exercises should help you get rid of your pain so that you no longer have it anymore. And then you can carry on exercising to maintain your health and well-being. That's absolutely fine. But you shouldn't be doing it to maintain pain. You shouldn't be doing it to keep the pain at bay. So the rehabilitation that you require is something that's going to help you get rid of your pain, not just maintain it. And a lot of the exercises we get given often are strengthening exercises. A lot of therapists, they love give strengthening exercises. Unfortunately, if we think about one of the main causes of chronic pain, which is a lack of flexibility, actually what you need is stretching exercise. You need to become more flexible. So very rarely when someone comes to me, the first thing I give them is a stretching exercise rather than a strengthening exercise, because you have to make your muscles more flexible first. If you try and make the muscle stronger, you're often just strengthening a damaged muscle. You're strengthening the muscle that's not working properly, and all you're doing is making the muscle that doesn't work properly stronger. So the actual damage is getting stronger, not the healthy muscle or joint. So you have to make it more flexible first, and then you can make it stronger once you've rehabilitated it. But the joint or the muscle must have full range of motion before you start making it stronger again. Now that's very general, and I would say that's about 70% of people I see, and 30% of people are very different. So that's why I never give general exercises out on the internet to do, because everyone I see is different, and every person requires a different type of exercise. So many people out there, they just give generic exercises to people, and I'm not saying they don't work, I'm not saying it doesn't help, but sometimes it won't work, and sometimes it could make you worse, because nobody really knows what's going on until they look at you. So I will never give out a general exercise unless I've seen what's wrong, and I know you personally, because everyone is unique and different. I can see the same problem 20 times, let's say it's sciatic pain. I can see the same problem 20 times, and I may give a different exercise each time for the different people who come and see me, because everyone is different when it comes to chronic pain. I hope that makes sense. I can't give you exercises I've just said through the internet that are going to help you, because your problem might be different and I've not looked at you. But the rehabilitation you're given is very, very important. So if the rehabilitation you've been given is not helping you solve the problem, it's just maintaining it, then my advice would be that's the wrong type of rehabilitation. You do not want to be maintaining your pain. Decoding pain is not about maintaining pain, it's about getting rid of pain once and for all. Now don't get me wrong, maintaining pain is way better than just living in constant pain, and I understand that. But decoding pain is about helping people get rid of their pain so they no longer feel pain and they can go back to living their lives being healthy and well. So my aim with every client I see is to give them the correct rehabilitation exercises so that they actually get better, they become more flexible, they become stronger, and their pain goes away. So the final step is a rehabilitation, and it's so important, but everyone is unique and different. Now I'll give you one more example. I've had a guy come and see me recently, and he's had a problem with his back, and a lot of the exercise he was given, and he's been using exercise to maintain and control his pain for a very long time, and I've shown him a different way of looking at it, and as I've shown him that and adjusted the exercise he was given, because a lot of the exercise he was given was just keeping his pain in place, ironically. As I've adjusted that, he's actually been able to reduce the amount of exercise that he does every day, and his pain is starting to go down because a lot of the exercise he was given were incorrect, because they were there to maintain his pain, but we want to get rid of the pain. So you need to change the type of exercise that you're doing. The best type of exercise, just so you know, and I'm not going to recommend anything, but the best type of exercises to do are flexibility exercises, things that make you more flexible and stretch you, or more functional movement exercises, exercise that involves moving the body in specific ways as you're doing something. So you're actually moving in specific ways. You're actually making a movement rather than just doing a generic exercise. Those are often the really best type of exercises to do. But again, I haven't seen you, and I don't know what's wrong. So until I did see you, I wouldn't be able to give you the correct exercise to be able to help you. But if a therapist just hands you a sheet with exercises on, then that's not good enough. You need to be shown how to do the exercise. You need to be kept an eye on regularly that you're doing the exercise correctly and you don't get into bad habits. And you need to be checked on all the time to make sure that exercise is working, and gradually as you get better at it, you increase the exercise and make it a little bit harder so that you're progressing all the time. If your therapist is not doing that, then that's also going to be a problem for you, because you may be doing the exercise wrong, which a lot of my clients are, and you may not be progressing any further because you're not being shown the next level of that exercise. I hope that makes sense. It's very difficult to explain over the internet exactly how I rehabilitate people and the importance of the exercise that I give, but I hope that's given you a little bit of information on rehabilitation and the correct way to be rehabilitated. If you feel that you're not being rehabilitated in the way that I've said, then you might want to contact me and I can help you and see if there's any way we can adjust what you're doing. If you have any questions, then feel free to contact me, Jonathan@decodingpain.com, or if in the UK you can give me a call, or we can even have a Skype wherever you are in the world and we can chat about what might be going on. Until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, keep smiling, and I will see you on the next video.